Hello again, we're back. This time we are going to rehouse a much larger tarantula.
This is our Brazilian salmon pink bird eater. I don't know why I said birder.
Okay, go ahead and say it again so they know exactly what you're talking about.
Brazilian salmon pink bird eater.
Wow, that's quite a name.
They're also known as the LP tarantula or the Lasiodora paraibana tarantula.
I think I like LP because that's easier to say.
Yes, a lot of people love them for their pretty, outstanding colors, but not only that, their feeding responses are on point.
Good. Now I understand that he's had a little bit of attitude lately. Is that correct?
Yes, he is very, very feisty. And as you'll see, when I get him out, he's going to be threat posing and trying to bite. And that's generally what they do.
Okay. So, and does this one have a name?
This is Uma.
Uma.
He was named after a girl name because I didn't know he was a male. So we're gonna stay with the name. Doesn't matter that he's a boy.
Okay, now I know that he was up on the wall a little while ago. I don't see him on, oh yes, he's right here in the corner. Woohoo, let me see. Can you see this? Right there. Oh no, we see him. All
Yes,
right.
I'm gonna push him down so he can. Come on. Come on. See the threat pose?
Mm-hmm.
Good boy.
Not happy.
He's been a good boy overall.
All right, so you're taking the top off.
I didn't want to crush his feet because this is a lip here. So if he were to put his feet up here, he'd accidentally crush his feet. Zoom in on him.
Oh, what a beauty. So now we need to move him. And I'm glad that Sophie's doing this and not me.
You don't need a drink anymore. You just had a drink. Come on up here. Up. Go up. Come on, dude. Come on. You will get new digs in a minute. Come on.
Now notice the very gentle nudging with that very small paintbrush. Oh, and there he goes.
Can you move your feet? Stay. Stay. Are you really going to start being difficult? I told you to stay.
Okay.
And we will leave him in this for a little bit. And now we can mess with this enclosure. I will catch dubia roaches in this because I've noticed he's not been eating them. Do need that dumped out because that is old water. And he doesn't need that because I'm giving him a new water dish.
Okay.
So this is a aquarium or I believe we got it from like Goodwill.
Yeah, we found it at Goodwill.
Reptile enclosure. Be wary that if your tarantula accidentally gets his or her claws stuck in this, it's an accident every keeper makes. And I'm only moving him into this because it's bigger and it gives him more space.
Okay. What would you do if his little paws ended up in there, if he got caught?
You would clearly take the lid off with the tarantula in it. If it didn't slide, you would do that, but since it's a sliding door, you have to see if you can unhook his claw from the other side to even get him off.
Okay.
And you would have to hope that he hits the substrate and makes it out okay.
Okay.
but people have done things with tarantulas and not very good decisions. So,
Okay.
all you have to do is watch your tarantula and make sure it doesn't attempt to climb up.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully by the time he grows older, you can catch him again and then get a better enclosure. What I would use is a critter keeper, but since he's getting too big for a critter keeper, you would have to, what is the word? Get a big tub for him, basically.
I see.
Because he wouldn't be able to fit in a normal-sized critter keeper. I will make a tunnel again.
Okay, now show them what... Okay, here we go.
This is a green McDonald's cup that we used for that Pecan Bridge Eye in the one video. And we are using it for him because it seems to be bigger for him. And he can move it around as he pleases.
And we use spray paint to turn that green.
Yes. I am taking his plant. There's all his moss. I'm going to throw all the moss in the... We're going to have to dig around a little bit because he has been burying dubia roaches. Here's one. He's just been hiding in this corner the whole time.
I hope you guys aren't eating when you're watching this.
Miss Teddy. Roaches aren't that bad.
Well, it's, I guess, how you look at it.
Look, this guy eats roaches.
And I am so glad that he eats the roaches because then I don't have to deal with them. There he is. Oh, ugly, ugly.
Oh, I thought you were looking at the big spider.
No, big spider's pretty. Little roach is ugly.
Yeah, that's what a roach is. Just don't... Oh, there's another one.
Oh, it's pretty good catching them.
He came out of nowhere, and all I'm doing is digging. Also, the enclosure does not smell.
No, it doesn't.
Tarantulas do not smell. The only thing that smells is their substrate. Basically...
Well, I'm not getting any smell at all, so.
Oh, there's another one.
Just don't drop him on my couch, on my floor.
I'm not.
Good. Oh, good thing.
I'm gonna put them back where they belong, in their breeder. Because clearly they weren't eaten if he's not hungry. The only good thing is they didn't bother him when he was molting. And if... I'm just going to leave the little white bugs in here because they are cleanup crews. They are springtails.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know that they were until I actually moved my tarantula into a different enclosure and they kind of followed. So they are nothing to be feared. They are not like the little red mites that people say can kill your tarantulas. There's another one. That's a big roach too. I didn't even know that was a roach until I dug it. You know what?
Is there a specific reason why you are adding the substrate that was in there here?
basically the reason you add the substrate in from the old enclosure is so then your tarantula finds it familiar. But it adds another layer of substrate that I needed in here. I needed at least another inch or two in here for him. So that's why there's another layer. And this is all damp substrate or substrate that's don't know what that is. Digging around trying to find roaches, but that's not a roach. That actually needs to be cleaned out. One side of this enclosure might be a little bit too deep, which he'll use in advance, because generally if you give tarantulas a lot of dirt, they'll dig. I'm just making this.
So Uma is also a terrestrial.
Yes. So there are 2 terrestrials, actually 3, plus that other one over there. Except that one is supposed to dig and he never does. Neither does Uma. And I don't know why they're not digging, even though I give them enough substrate. I give them all the substrate they need, and then they don't dig. I'm loosening this up so I can add this into the enclosure.